What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Now it's Dynamite after Grand Slam, which means AEW has its work cut out for after last week's championship pack show. But can they deliver? Well, join us now as we look at this week's edition of Dynamite, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE officials worried about SmackDown, Goldberg teasing a return, Drew McIntyre talks a potential heel turn, has Kevin Dunn been fired, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and a non-wrestling channel, Incredible. As always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, the Ring of Jericho era. The Ring of Jericho era has begun, with the Wizard promising to desecrate Ring of Honor and all it stood for. Just when it looked like Jericho's sports entertainers will always beat wrestlers gimmick looked to be over, he doubled down, winning the Ring of Honor World title by nefarious means, angering fans of Ring of Honor's Code of Honor. That's just the beginning though, as Jericho announced he won't stop until he's defeated every Ring of Honor World Champion and destroyed everyone in the company, even its referees and announcers. If that isn't a heel, I don't know what is. Number 2, Bandito's impressive debut. Bandito made an impressive debut, taking Chris Jericho to the limit and looking like he might capture the Ring of Honor World title for a second time. Although he lost, it was an entertaining bout that helped set the table for Jericho's anti-Ring of Honor agenda. Number 3, Saraya's sizzling promo. Saraya cut a sizzling promo last night, and while she didn't reveal whether or not she will wrestle, she did say she's in AEW to start a revolution in the women's division. Whatever happens, Saraya could be a game changer, as she's already using her popularity to give other wrestlers the rub, in this case Toni Storm. Number 4, Wheeler Yuta improving every week. Wheeler Yuta seems to be improving exponentially every week. Putting him into a program against MJF will be both a major opportunity and a major test to see if the Blackpool Combat Club member is ready for a run in the main event. Number 5, building heat for next week's show. AEW did well last night, building up next week's Dynamite, a show which will feature Chris Jericho defending the Ring of Honor World title against Bryan Danielson, and AEW World Champion Jon Moxley putting up his belt against Hangman Adam Page. While the concept of building up next week's show may seem obvious, fans have seen far too many instances of promoters failing to do this. And AEW not afraid to fix mistakes. It's been said that not being afraid to admit your mistakes is a sign of character, and if so, AEW President Tony Khan is showing it thanks to him apparently bringing Private Party back into the fold with Matt Hardy. Private Party is a solid tag team that has done nothing during its association with Andrade, and neither have they helped Andrade. While the angle may seem rushed, sometimes a clean break is necessary to fix a bad booking call. But that was good. What about the bad is number 1, Gun Club misfire. What was the Gun Club doing cutting MJF's promo? While the Gun Club is a good fit for Stockley Hathaway's heel faction, The Firm, this was a bad fit and a complete misfire. No one should ever utter MJF's catchphrase, but the salt of the earth himself. Number 2, why do newcomers job in their debut? The last night's show featured some good debut matches by Bandito and Juice Robinson, but why did AEW have them lose their first matches? Granted, both Bandito and Juice looked good against Jericho and Moxley respectively, but it seems like they have no place to go but down the card from here. Now, there was nothing downright ugly, as AEW put on a good show despite having to follow up last week's championship pack Grand Slam show. They wisely didn't try to outdo itself, but they didn't phone things in either, providing plenty of exciting matches and angles to keep fans entertained. What you guys think of Dynamite last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at WWE officials worried about SmackDown. Officials are apparently concerned about this week's SmackDown. No, they're not anxious about ratings, but about Hurricane Ian and its potential impact on various superstars and workers. Dave Meltzer discussed the situation on the Wrestling Observer Radio, saying, "I know WWE is very worried about Friday's show because they have so many people from there. The hope was that it'll be okay and people can get there from Tampa and Orlando to Winnipeg on Friday. Although Hurricane Ian has weakened to a tropical storm, it's already caused significant damage to everyone caught in its path, affecting millions." Now, we've noted in our previous news video the hurricane led to WWE postponing 2 NXT live events, but again we send out our thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the storm and hope everyone's okay. Now, whilst it may affect SmackDown, what about Dynamite? Now, the WWE's concern is legitimate, especially in light of how Hurricane Ian affected the latest Dynamite. Fightful Select discussed how Swerve Strickland wasn't able to make it to Dynamite, which led to them changing up a segment that was supposed to involve the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory. The site also mentioned that Samoa Joe's absence was due to the storm. Next up, will Saraya wrestle? As Saraya aka former superstar Paige gonna wrestle? Well, she hasn't come out and stated that she's in AEW to compete, but Fightful Select is reporting that she signed a 3-year deal and that her payday largely implies that she'll be wrestling in some capacity. Next up, has Kevin Dunn been fired from WWE? Now, there have been rumors circulating online today that Kevin Dunn has been released from WWE. Dunn is the infamous individual behind WWE's production style and has been in a prominent position for decades. But PW Insider this afternoon outright confirmed that Dunn has not departed from WWE in any capacity. Dunn's status is 100% unchanged, with the company and anyone who is claiming otherwise is 100,000% incorrect in their claims. So if you were hoping for Kevin Dunn to be fired, well, he's still around. Next up, Drew McIntyre talks changes to his character. Now, is McIntyre going to turn heel after a lengthy and successful run as a babyface? Well, the Scottish Warrior recently spoke with NBC Sports Boston about what led to his successful 2020 babyface run. I just get to be me, and people can feel that when you're being real, and that's being the biggest difference. And what I've enjoyed most about being a good guy the past year and a half, 2 years, is I'm just left to be myself, and the crowd responded positively. McIntyre said that he hasn't ruled out a heel turn in the future, but stressed it won't be as a Scottish psychopath persona. If I eventually turn bad again, I wouldn't just be the big angry man, that character of death, because I can educate who I really am, and I'll be a lot more interested the next time around. The two-time WWE champion Drew McIntyre has come a long way since his first run in the WWE as the Chosen One. While he had a long road back to the WWE, he made the most of his second chance. But do you think he should turn heel? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Goldberg considering a comeback? The WWE Hall of Famer last appeared at the Elimination Chamber in a failed bid to defeat Universal Champion Roman Reigns. But if you've been keeping up with our news videos, you know that Goldberg has stated that whilst he's still under contract to WWE, he's fulfilled the number of matches he's owed to the company. And nonetheless, Big Bad Bill's recent chat on the bump suggests he's looking for payback from Roman Reigns for choking him out at February's Saudi Arabia show. I don't have any matches left on my contract, but I know one way I can take care of it. I do need to give him a receipt for that little chokeout in Saudi Arabia. Goldberg discussed Roman's dominant run as champion, noted that while there are various superstars who can defeat them, they have to face more than just Roman. But I think that there are a number of superstars that are capable of dethroning him, most definitely. It's got to be the right time, the right place, and it has to be one-on-one. And that's tough because nowadays, the Usos, he's got a built-in bodyguard system working out pretty well for him. Roman's ultimate defense is the Booker's pencil, as the WWE seems committed to keeping the belt on him at least until WrestleMania 39 and possibly for a long time afterwards. Do you think another Goldberg vs Roman match should happen? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, White Rabbit Easter eggs, only the beginning. It looks like fans who've enjoyed the various Easter eggs surrounding the White Rabbit character will be in for far more hidden clues on Raw and SmackDown, not just about the bunny. According to Wrestlenomics' Brandon Thurston, Triple H told people in the financial community that part of WWE's new creative approach is dropping Easter eggs that appeal to hardcores. Triple H seems to have a strategy for growing the WWE's audience, and these Easter eggs could be a great way to keep viewers tuned in throughout the show rather than just channel surfing. And finally, Sasha Banks no more? Sasha Banks has fans talking after she changed her Twitter handle from Sasha Banks WWE to Mercedes Varnado, her real name. As KSIC's Randall Ortman pointed out, fans shouldn't read too much into this because the process of changing this can take months and may have nothing to do whether or not she returns to WWE, as she does still list Sasha Banks WWE in her bio. Wouldn't it be cool for her to return in her real name though? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.